What's going on? I'm Alex. I'm on your screen. I'm gonna hit this little play button right here. We'll get some music going, so we are chilling. What's going on, guys? He's just coming to hang out. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. Go on. Man, fuck you then. Fire, what's up, dude? Doing something a little different today because, Micro, what's up? So, here's the Misha dog. Good boy. So, I figured out something last night that I am super stoked. Well, it's not that I figured it out, but I realized it was an available option. So, as you guys know, I've been messing with a bunch of Counter-Strike stuff and everything like that. And,
Death can suck my ass! You can't kill me!
We open a new window here, head on over to GitHub. Anyway, so I have obviously been very busy working on my observer system, I guess you could say, for CSGO, which basically allows you to let's see how to describe this to people. So basically, for people watching like professional Counter-Strike games or whatever, you have somebody that is called an observer that's watching the game for you, basically in the server, giving, controlling what you see. I have basically built a system with a bunch of code that looks like this that presets how that is done, and a bunch of different cameras and everything like that. So for example, like Anubis here, this is all of the camera code for different things like that. Cat's here too. What's going on? That's weird that you have to. Why doesn't the NVIDIA thing just do that by itself, Fire? That's super weird. But either way, that's cool. But yeah, so here's all the camera code, and all the maps look like this. So it's all of the main competitive maps plus 3, so it's 10 maps, 40 cameras each, so that's 400 of these individual animated cameras that I have done, and also all the bindings available to be able to make them accessible from in the game. So that's something I have been working on, and alongside that, I would like to put together my own custom overlays for the game, like the HUD. I was poking around with that last night, in game here, and I discovered that the data that you have available to you when you are spectating games and able to do that is also available to you when you're playing the game. So I grabbed a screenshot here of what I was just doing. You'll see why in a minute. Because this is a browser window. I have it full screen because I need the full screen to make the HUD. If I leave it in a regular browser window like so, you can see it cuts off the bottom of the screen, and that's where a lot of information is going to be. So we full screen it to get a preview of what it's going to look like. But this right here, this is where the magic is, up over top of my head right here. I'll go on and pop some of these open. So if you check this out right here, well, some of it's kind of behind me. Let's see if let's fold some of this up. So all of this stuff right here is live data from the game happening in real time. So as you can see, there's, kills, assists, deaths. Obviously, this is all of my weapons, what weapons I have, how much ammo is in them, how, are they the current active weapon for like the M4A1S? Is the silencer applied? It's, do I have armor? How much health do I have? Do I have a helmet, a defuse kit? Am I carrying the bomb? All of that information is available here. Obviously, there's no information for any of your teammates or other teams or anything like that, because that's how cheats would be made. So that information is not available while you're playing. However, all of this information is available and, of course, is shown in the game. If you look down in like the bottom left corner, you can see like my health, and over, well, behind where I am, if I was to move this right here, you can see like my, you know, weapons and ammo and all of that stuff, right? What I'm going to do is create a custom HUD, like an overlay, using all of that data that I have. So basically, when I'm streaming Counter-Strike, I will use this view. Let's see if this works. There we go. As you can see, this view slightly zooms the game in a little bit. And does a couple little things. So like my regular HUD thing is actually, it's still, the overlay stuff is still there. Like if somebody were to subscribe or anything like that, those graphics are still working, but the little nameplate thing is gone because I'm going to bake that in as well. But you can see it zooms in a little bit. So now you can't see the aspects of the original, like the in-game HUD, with exception of this stuff right here. And I have an idea of how I can get around that. And it's mostly hidden behind me anyway. So, using this view and creating that overlay, I'm going to be able to make my own custom HUD for Counter-Strike. And A, this will give me an excuse to stream actually playing Counter-Strike. B, this is something that has literally never been done before. Ever. Nobody's done this. It's not, I've searched. I mean, there's a limited number of resources on Counter-Strike GSI stuff in general, because the only people that use that are tournament organizers for, you know, pro games and stuff. Nobody has ever done a single-player HUD overlay for streaming. Two reasons why that's important. A, it's cool as shit. B, if I wanted to, I could maybe possibly sell this to like pro Counter-Strike players and big name Counter-Strike streamers to have their own custom overlay when they stream Counter-Strike. It would, you know, they could fit all of their branding, their graphics. Like, let's say one of the players, like Simple, the greatest player ever. Let's say he was going to use it. You know, let's say he wanted to do it. He could have a Na'Vi-themed HUD overlay thing with any kind of, you know, all, you know, custom animations and all that for his stream. And it would look very unique. You know, it wouldn't just be the same game screen that everybody else sees always, all the time. You know, it's just a different additional way to be unique, different, and present the information that you want to present in different ways. So that's the reason why I'm doing all this. I'm super stoked about it. And plus, doing this is going to further my knowledge on doing the eventual full HUD overlay for like comp games. So Skull's here. What's up? Got his computer back going. Wayne says where to start on coding and what language. Oh shit. That's like asking what speaking language to learn first. It's all about, programming is just a tool. It's something you use to complete a task. So I mean, that's like saying I want to dig a hole. What tool should I use? You can use a hammer to dig a hole. It might not be the best tool, but it will work. That's programming. You can use all kinds. Now there are a few languages that are specifically built for certain things. So like, obviously, like HTML or something like that is used for creating web pages, and regardless, there are multiple like JavaScript frameworks and all kinds of things out there that can do front-end stuff, but at the end of the day, they just shit out pre-generated HTML. So like HTML is used to create web pages, period. That's how that works. Fire, did you not hear? I talked to you about that for like 2 minutes, like right when the stream started. Did you not hear it? Or are you just letting everybody else know that just got here? But anyway, what's up, Preston? Why everybody's changing their Twitch name on me all the time. It's so hard to keep up with. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna dive right back in because I've been working on it for like 3-4 hours now. Got my whiteboard over here, writing some ideas down and everything like that. So what I've got here, like I said, so this is a screenshot of, you know, this. Just took the screenshot a minute ago. So this is a screenshot of that, but like I said, remember how I'm going to slightly crop things out a little bit to cover the base in-game like HUD, like what it looks like as it is. Why am I getting these errors? I don't understand what the word is on that. I'll figure that out in a minute. But anyway, so this basically replicates the cropped view that's going to be on stream. So and this is where I will be building the overlay. So I have a little piece of code that says when you load up, I'll show you guys. So right here, basically, if you load if you load a browser window in OBS, it actually sets an object, and that's how for slide style and everything, I'm able to control which I'm trying to think of how to best word this. All right, Preston, we'll catch you next time, bud. So anyway, when you load a browser view, so like my overlay thing right here, this little guy has a piece of code in it that OBS injects into its browser that says, I am an OBS browser window. And you can give it different permissions for how much access these browser things have to OBS as a whole. You can actually control which scene you're on and different things with sources and stuff like that within OBS from JavaScript in a browser window. So that is contained within this right here. So it's the JavaScript window object. OBS Studio is an element of that object, or an object that's a property of that object. I'm not always going to use the proper terminology when it comes to different shit, because I've been doing this for so long, it just kind of happens on autopilot at this point. So I just kind of figured I'd give you guys a glimpse into the window into the world of what I'm usually doing when I'm not streaming. Cola, what's going on? I appreciate the follow. So anyway, so when we're doing our slide style events and everything like that, and we have our live overlays and all of that stuff, is that not working, Wayne? All right, cat, calm down. Why is it not working? Did they changed the name of it? It'd be nice if they would like send out an email or something and let us know that. So anyway, What the fuck? Why has this stopped working? Well, anyway, it's the kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. Basically, if you just Google or YouTube 30 Seconds to Mars, this will probably be the first song that comes up. I swear, I cannot wait until I can write my own chatbot thing. That's something, I mean, that's going to happen probably later on this year, but I'm so tired of having to rely on other services that don't fucking work. Like this thing is cool, like the Moobot thing is cool and all, but like simple things like that. Like, hey, what song is playing? We have that's been working for 8 months now, and then Kat comes and says, hey, what song is this? And that command just doesn't work anymore. And then I come in here, A, I find out they changed the name of the command and didn't tell anybody, and B, it still doesn't work. Like, I hate relying on other people's shit. I want to do my own thing. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about. With the slide style overlays and everything like that, we are able to control, like when we switch to a replay view. So like when I trigger the vote within, you know, like a run happens and it's over and I trigger the vote, I say, you know, hit the Twitch poll and it just automatically sends it over. That automatically switches the scene in OBS to the replay. Like, you're able to control that from within JavaScript. So I have this cute little thing right here that basically says if you are not within OBS when you load this window, add this class to the body, and then on the body here, if that class exists, I throw a background image. So basically what that does is when I have it open in Chrome like this, I load up this background image that I selected, and I can make it be whatever the hell I want. But when it's loaded as an overlay in OBS, I have got to figure out why it does that, because that's weird. I know it's not valid JSON. Like, it shouldn't be loading it if it's not valid JSON. Anyway, so that's how this is happening. So obviously, when the overlay is actually loaded on its own, within OBS, there would be no background image, and that's how I also test the slide style stuff as well. So, but that's a cool little feature that comes with the OBS browser function. So, back to our thing here. So here's the base code that I have started so far. Basically, all the work that I have put into it is just creating something that regurgitates the GSI data from in the game. So I'm pretty sure it's spitting it out every tick. So the game right now is operating at 128 tick speed. So that means 128 times a second. The game is updating. Now, of course, that's irrespective to your frame rate, which mine is like floating around 200 at the time. So, but basically, the actual game exists at the tick rate that it happens. So basically, the server interpolates everything happening on the server from all different players' perspective and everything like that, because they're sending their data to the server saying, hey, this is what my guy is doing. The server puts it all together and comes out with a final representation of what actually happened, and that is the data that GSI outputs. Yeah, the request thing works, it looks like. Boost, what's going on, buddy? Skull, you don't have an Ethernet cable in your house. I got a drawer full of Ethernet cables. I'll give you an Ethernet cable. So, by setting... I'm going to show y'all something cool. So, here is the configuration folder from within Counter-Strike. This is where all of my that other stuff that I was just showing y'all a little while ago, this is where all that lives, like your auto exec config, everything like that. All this stuff lives in here. But you've got these cool little things down here. Game state integrations. So I have a few of these installed for a few different things. But this one right here has basically got it tells the game where to output the GSI data to and what stuff it needs. So I basically have it just blasting everything out full blown all the time, just so for development purposes. I'll probably tighten that up later on for what I need and don't need. Because obviously I don't need that much for the first person view side of things. So that is happening within the game configuration. You just basically tell it where to send the stuff. Then this file right here is where the shit gets sent to, basically. So I have a server open and listening on, this is the port that I have set for the GSI stuff to output to. And basically all this does is it grabs that outcoming JSON, which is output is a string. So it gets a string of JSON, which is a JavaScript object. It's hard to explain for those that don't know. But it gets all of that data from the game. It's just blasting it at this IP and port, which is just my computer at this port. So it's just blasting that shit there all the time. So you have to have something that will grab and listen to that. Oh, hola soy Malva. Hola. What's going on? I appreciate the follow. Thank you. So basically, for those of you that do know programming stuff, do not ask why I did this in PHP. It's just I have an existing thing going, and I didn't feel I'm still messing with Node and trying to figure all that out, but PHP is already living, existing, and running on my computer. I have a web server in place on my local network. Why not use it? It's already there. So basically just using PHP, I grab all of that data that's coming in from Counter-Strike and spit it right back out, just plain text on the web page. So if you go to this URL, let's see, that's going to be, well, here's the, I haven't set up a, there we go. So this is what's coming out of that server. Now, basically, it only grabs all of this when you load it the first initial time. So basically, every time you ping this, this is different depending on what's going on. Not what I wanted to do. This is different depending on what's going on in the game. So if I have like 20 bullets in my magazine right now. So now we're down to 14. So if we scroll on down, we can see M4A1 clip is at 20, which they use clip and not magazine, which drives me nuts. But either way, 20, and then the max is 20. We will refresh, and now you see, boom, 14. So this, every time you load this, it updates with the most current data. And you can grab that as many times as you want. So here's what I'm doing. And the reason that you have to, my actual, the HUD program can't just grab this data directly is because it's just being spit out of the game at, an IP address, which in my case is just local, my computer. But it's basically just blasting that data at a port. Well, for security reasons, JavaScript, within a browser window, can't listen to a port. That would open up, anybody on any website would just be able to listen to anything going on in your local computer. Obviously, that's a major security issue. So that's why this file has to grab that data and then just regurgitate it as plain text on the screen. Then what I can do within my program is I make a request to that page for nothing, and then listen for the response from that page. So I give that page nothing, and it gives me back all of that text that was just spit out on the screen. And then, of course, there is a function that I can use to parse that data back into a readable JavaScript format, which is JSON. So it's kind of it is a hack. It's a little bit of a shitty little teeny hack to get this data into a usable front-end web page format. I have just now, like right before starting the stream, figured out how to use the browser window worker object. I've never used that before. It basically offloads all of this work to a separate process. So the web page that you're looking at here that's getting these errors every so often for whatever reason, but this page, instead of this page itself constantly grinding on getting that backend data, it offloads it to its own like side process, which is dangerous because that keeps running after you close the browser window. So I added this little bit here that says when the window unloads, kill that process. So that basically fixes that problem. But anyway, so this is kind of brand new to me, but it works really well. And I was able to, just this little bit right here is a comparison that basically it allows me to say, okay, we grab this big blob of text. Keep that. That's the last, we've got this big blob of text. Okay, get the big blob of text again. Is it the same as it was last time? If it is, don't do anything because it's the same shit. It doesn't matter. We already know. If it is different than what we got last time, post that to the main page, which is going to be the HUD, which is going to be the display that we use. So if nothing changes, you'll see over here that here's our data. Nothing is, that's the data that we had when the page loaded, but it hasn't loaded it again because it's been the same every time. But check this out. If we jump back into the game, shoot a couple bullets, reload, a couple different actions, things that we're doing. When we come back here, this is how many times it is updated since. And this is the data at each point. But so here is, at the beginning, and then here is that same data with all of whatever we need, weapons and all of that, at the end of that. So every time something changes in the game, that little server that I set up spits out a thing to the HUD, which is going to say, hey, we got new data. I'm eventually going to be able to break that down into, hey, this weapon has fired bullets, and this player has lost health and everything like that. So that way it's like, because right now, if I shoot one bullet, the entire HUD is going to update all of its data. It's not that big a deal, but I feel like it could be a little bit more optimized by just updating the little segment of like, my little weapon, it's going to have a little graphic of my M4 and it's going to have the number of bullets next to it or whatever. Just update that little box instead of updating the entire thing. Damien, what's going on? So, but that's future. That's like once the thing is working, that's when you start doing that stuff because we have access to all the data. So just use it to build the thing. So that is the setup. That is what we've got. That is what we're working with. So the data is incoming from the game. This is all working exactly how I want it to. Right now, I am asking for the game data 5 times a second. So every second, it gets an update from the game 5 times as to what the fuck is going on. I'm probably just going to leave that because 0.2 of a second is like, basically if I'm just holding down the trigger, like here, let me move myself. Oh, you're still not going to be able to see it through this guy. All right, so you see down in the bottom right there, I've got it kind of small because of, I'm obviously working on a custom HUD, so you want the regular HUD to be as small as possible. But you see down in the bottom right there, it says 20 out of 80, and then as I shoot, you can see it count down, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, every time you shoot a bullet. Realistically, you don't need that at all. Uh-oh. Why is my little overlay guy dead now? There we go. But you don't need to see 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 14. Like, if I go and then it updates from 5 or from 20 to 15 that I shot 5 bullets, like on the HUD, that's nobody, you're not sitting there watching the HUD, you're watching the gameplay. So if you're watching and then you want to see, oh man, he's in a tight situation, how much ammo does he have left? You look down at the HUD and see, oh, he's got 15 now. Like, you don't need the real-time countdown of that stuff. It just needs to stay, if I shoot a bullet, you don't need it to update. You don't want it to update 30 seconds later. That's useless information. But I feel like, 0.2 of a second, it splits that different. And I might even move it down to 1/4 of a second. I might make it 4 times a second. But I feel like that splits the difference in being a reasonable amount of time to expect that data to be updated on a HUD and saving some resources so this thing isn't grinding its ass off on useless data in the background for no reason. So that's kind of the difference that I'm trying to split there. So we'll reset our demo around here and make sure that I have all of these things available to me. So I've got health, armor, nades, rifle, pistol, the whole thing. So, all that being said, we have all that data. It updates us when that data changes, and it's being spit into this function right here that says trigger these functions, and that is where I am up to right now. Lud, what's going on, man? That is the point that I am up to right now, so we can start actually building out the HUD, I guess, because all of that stuff is kind of boring, so it's better that I did that, like, off stream. Let me move my... Oh, hit my mic, sorry. Move my in-game character so I'm not next to a AC unit. So that is basically the game plan for today. So I've got HUD info and HUD radar. So I have, like, I just drawn on my whiteboard over here. But I basically have an idea of the left side of the screen because where I am at here, obviously, is just going to stay. When I'm on that view, this little guy right here is not going to be here because I have a plan for that. Up over top of my head is where the kill feed goes, and no matter what you do in CS, you can't get rid of that. Like, that's always there, and I want that there. It's just supposed to be there. So the kill feed is top right. Left side, as you can see, is the radar. And actually, let me switch down to the view that I'm going to be using. Cat, I'm sure I already know. If that command even works, based on what happened earlier. Oh, it does work. Great. But Lewin's been working on some livery stuff. Hell yeah. I was going to say, Boost, Drag Me Down is not the title of a 21 Pilots song. Cat, what is supposed to be inside command? Darton, what's going on? And well, it can't use custom HUDs. That's the thing. Is I am making one as a browser extension for like OBS basically. So when you're playing the game, it's very. I just went over all this. It's so hard to explain. But basically, the game is outputting a bunch of data. Always, all the time. That like when you watch Blast or ESL or something like that, that's how they make HUDs. I plan on making one of those myself as well. But in the meantime, as a in between, I'm going to make like a single player one as well. That basically just allows me to do custom graphics for the HUD. So it's going to be pretty cool. The only thing that's getting on my nerves right now is this stuff right here, of not really being able to hide those. I feel like I'll have to mess with it because I've already got them made as small as I would like. Because I still see on my screen, like when I'm playing the game, I still like this is what I see. So I've got the little timer guy up at the top of the screen, you know, by health, armor, everything like that, because I'm not going to be seeing that HUD thing on my game screen when I'm playing Counter-Strike. I'm still going to see the regular game. That's just for people that are watching. So I still need this information, or most of it. So I can't make it so small that it's a pain in the ass and I can't see it, but I can't have it be big and be, you know, poking out underneath the custom HUD that I'm trying to make. Charlie's cat command just says Jeepers Creepers. That's all it says. Ah. Broke my dude's ankles. So, yeah. So that's the game plan for that. So it's gonna be cool. So we're getting ready to get cranking on that. Like right now. So we've got our little demo window here. I need to figure out why there is HTML being outputted to that page sometimes. That's really weird. Anyway. Not what I wanted. So, I'm going to split it into the two pieces. That's what I was trying to talk about. I'm going to split it into two pieces. So, up in this corner up here is the radar. So, obviously, the actual in-game radar, we need that. You know, that's part of the display for anybody watching along with the game to kind of have an idea of what's going on and what I can see and everything like that. Obviously, I need to see it in-game, so that's not going to go away. But what I'm going to do is, because this is part of the regular in-game HUD here, we're going to cover that up. So I'm going to use I haven't decided on the final like art style that I'm going to use yet, but basically there's going to be a square element that comes down here like this and then back up that goes right here to cover this over. And then I have access to this, so I'll be able to, in my own style, because like I'm basically just going to cover this up with a box and then put this right back here. But I'm going to have access to be able to put some other things up here. So what I want to do is, like, if I'm getting burned by a molly or something like that, or if I'm standing in smoke or something, there's going to be a little icon here. I'm going to display like the map title and stuff like that at the top. I've got an idea for that. A couple of different cool little graphical things that I want to do in this area. So that's going to be covered underneath HUD_radar function. And then HUD info is going to be the bottom left corner down here. And what I want that to contain is going to be my oh, Tiger, what's up, dude? It's going to be like, oh, here's another cool thing that I hadn't mentioned yet. So the player data you have when you die in a comp game, obviously you begin spectating another teammate, you know, another player. The GSI info outputs that player's data when they are the player that is being spectated. So after you die, the player changes to someone else and all of their ammo information and everything like that. So my HUD data that's down there will be displaying their information. So one thing that I want to do in this area down here on this side, so down here, it's going to be like my little avatar or whatever, like my Steam avatar, because you can grab that because you have the Steam ID. So the like not mine, but the player's avatar and name are going to go here. And then their health and everything will be under their name, much like the competitive, like the pro scene does, where like their health like goes down as they get attacked and stuff like that. So, and it can change color as well. So like when it's low, I can have it turn red, things like that. So that's going to be down in this corner over here. Above that is going to be their weapon information. So like, you know, M4 with however many bullets, yada, yada, yada. That's going to be above that. And then above that stuff is going to be kills, deaths, any other information I want to do. Because normally you would have to get access to that by pressing tab and seeing everybody's stuff or whatever. So to have that player's individual stats already available just on the screen, going to be kind of cool effect there. So we'll be able to do that. But the fun thing for me is when I'm on this view or whatever, like I said, this guy right here is not going to be here. So it's just going to be me sitting here, all of that info over there, and then the radar stuff up there. What I'm going to do is when I die, so like when the player ID of the active player is not mine, because I know my Steam ID, or I have access to my Steam ID, so I can basically just hard code it to say, if the living player is not Alex, put Alex's name over here. So I will be able to have, you know, Alex on your screen. I've got 0 health or whatever. It's like I'm dead. I can kind of gray it out or whatever. But like Alex on your screen, kills, deaths, or whatever, that comes over here. So anybody that's watching the stream can still see my KD, how much money I have or whatever, you know, while I'm dead. The player I'm spectating or watching during the round, they're on the left side and whatever, and it's just as normal as the game normally is. And of course their money and radar and stuff will be up there as well. So the right side of the screen here is going to be reserved for like my info when I'm dead, because remember, we still have access to that data because I have, you know, hey, what was the last update from the thing? So I'm going to store separately my player data. So basically at the time I died, that's going to be the last time that that gets updated, because it's going to start showing the next player's updates. So I'll be able to keep that. So that's the game plan for all of that. So I think that's going to be a pretty unique element to what all is going on and everything like that. So, oh, Boost, I can't even hear the songs. I just know they're playing. Like I can see the little graphical thing that shows the song, but yeah, I have it muted in my headset because I don't do well listening to music and stuff while like trying to program. But I figured if anybody was here and hanging out, like you guys can listen to whatever y'all want, request songs, talk about it, everything like that, and hang out while I'm doing this stuff. Because there's going to be times where I'm just like kind of quietly typing. So definitely different. Because obviously, you know, we're usually playing games and all kinds of stuff like that. So, but it'll be a different thing, and then we'll play a little. Dude, these people are legit. Okay, so there's this other streaming website that has been like, that has started up, that is apparently going on like a major media push and going around and trying to get like streamers involved in what they're doing and everything like that. They have been like emailing me directly. Like this isn't some spam email thing of just, oh, come check out our stuff. There is somebody from that site like emailing me asking like about specifics, like, hey, would you do you want to check out our site, sign up for our stuff, see about expanding your community, blah blah blah. They just sent me an email just now about like, hey, you're one of the biggest like CarX streamers, like we want you to stream CarX and we want to promote you to like the front page of our site or whatever. Which I need to basically email them back and be like, I would love to, but I can't. Because that's part of your affiliate agreement with Twitch is you can only stream live. Well, you can stream to wherever the hell you want, but if you're streaming to Twitch, you can't also stream to somewhere else. So I can't stream this stream to YouTube or this other website or whatever. So I will have to let them know that, which sucks because it's so cool that they're like specifically reaching out to me to be like, hey, we see you're doing this stuff. We'd like for you to be one of the streamers on our site. But yeah, I literally just got that email like right now. All right, so let's dive in and start writing some display code, some overlay code here. And get this going. So we'll start out. I think it's going to be easiest to do the radar portion first. Graphically, it's going to be the most difficult because I'm going to have to draw that element and then use a mask feature or the mask feature within CSS to cut the circle out that the radar is within. So that'll kind of be an interesting thing. Another thing is, if you're familiar with HTML and JavaScript and everything in general, you're going to want to shoot me in the face for the entirety of the rest of the stream, because there is a method of which I write and live update like just a standard HTML doc for specifically for usage within OBS. That is, if you were to use this on a regular website, like if Twitter, for example, used this, everybody, it would be the worst thing ever. But because it's specifically for usage within OBS, and this is the only place it's going to be used, that's why I do it this way, because it allows for like really, really quick changes, and it's very verbose in how it works. So I can very specifically, like, I'm literally just outputting lines of HTML with JavaScript and just overwriting them every new draw, because it's almost, it works more similarly to a game loop than anything else. So in a real web app development environment, this would literally get me shot. But in this specific universe that we're in of creating these live overlays for OBS, for me, it works really well. So, Nasty, what's going on? Am I good in C++? Well, realistically, I'm not good in anything. But no, that's not a C++, not a language that I have spent a ton of time in. Definitely always been a lamp stack guy, just in general. But doing all of this overlay stuff for OBS and streaming and everything like that, JavaScript has kind of just become my home base. Anyway, so let's see what's going to be. I've kind of gotten way off track after explaining everything, so I've got to get back in my mindset here of what it is I'm doing. Also, I just remembered I need to, instead of doing it the way I'm doing it, I need to mute that and turn this back up so I can have sound effects. Okay. So how are we getting that in? So that just gets loaded into this, and this is reset every time. All right, so we have so let's just start easy. Let's just grab the map. Map's name is Nuke. Interesting that we get the map this way. We don't get it. So I'll have to make an array that's basically just like fun names to, let's do that now. I like to do, actually, this could be a constant, couldn't it? Do it like that. All right, so we can just do that for now. So I'll just do a handful of them. I won't do all of them. So we'll do, yeah, we can do them because I know them. Let's see. God, I can't remember them all off the top of my head. Zach, what's up? That is so accurate. This bitch is already, look at this thing is already, it's just like throwing random ass errors all the time. I don't know why, because it's only supposed to output JSON there and it keeps throwing HTML stuff for some reason. So I got to figure that out later. I could probably just grab this map pool from somewhere else. Damien's going to be lurking. I got a feeling that's what most people are going to be doing. Y'all throw some song requests in there, hang out, be chilling, no worries. I feel like I'm forgetting one somewhere in here, but either way. Oh, no, I didn't get Inferno. That's what it was. All right. So there we got a map list. So basically now what we'd be able to do. So that is under, is it map and then name. Like I said, this is the worst possible way to do this for actual web application stuff, but for what we're doing, absolutely perfect. Works totally fine. So we'll knock it out for now. So actually, I'll be able to use IDs for all of these. All right, so we're going to set. That should do something. All right, first thing we need to do. That anymore. Actual display. This is what we're rocking here. So HUD radar. The majority of what we're doing is actually going to be right here because we're basically looking at just drawing the stuff out on the screen. We already have the access to the data. So in here, we're just going to be like spitting out, you know, where those go and when they get updated. But the majority of what we're doing is going to be in CSS here, which is, this is the display code, like what, you know, as you can see, height, width, backgrounds, fonts, all of that kind of stuff is basically what gets put here. Just going to use that for now, temporary. All right, so let's see what that comes out to. There we go. Off to a good start. Cutting that circle out of it's going to be fun. All right, there we go. So that's basically what we wanted. Good guy, what's going on? What song is even on? Like I said, I have it on I got it muted. I'm not good. I'm not good with writing code with music. That was there for my boys that are just chilling. But either way. Watashi, what's going on? What's happening? Appreciate you guys coming to hang out. All right, so we've got that there. It's going to be fun. I wonder if I could just, like, in CSS, draw a mask of a circle. Instead of, like, having to do, like, a specific... Let's see. See, that's mask images. See, I don't want that. Where's... That's... I want MDN. Yeah, I was going to say. Ah, that's what that does. Okay. So maybe I will have to use an image, but that'll be easy. Oh, good guy. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, hey, request some music, man. Throw it in there. Just hang out, man. That is rough. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, we're just hanging out, man. Working on this custom overlay stuff for some Counter-Strike, and just kind of messing around with it. And a lot of this, the overlay code that I'm writing now is basically exactly how we do the overlays for our slide style events and for OCW streams when we do all that. So it's the same core that runs all of this. This just happens to be, instead of using data that I have inputted manually for like slide style stuff for like the car information, everything like that, and then going to Twitch and like grabbing the votes. In our case, this is using data coming straight from within Counter-Strike. So, Watashi says his JavaScript is not working. That sounds about right for JavaScript, man. It's not often that it works at all. All right, so one thing that we're going to have to do for this is grab a mask of the radar. So it's basically just going to be a circle. So what I'm going to need to do for that, I just had this here a second ago. Basically, damn, almost nailed that on the first try. I actually think I did have it right the first time. All right. So we're going to, since it's an image mask, I'm going to assume that I could just black it out like that. And then, now see, that's the thing is I should be able to just set the position of this element. So like, I should just be able to take that and use it. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's try this. Hey, it didn't work. Uh-oh, HUD radar is not a function. How did that happen? Our maps has already been declared. Okay. Yeah, see, I can't remember. I've done this before, but I can't remember how, I do that when I'm thinking, by the way. I've noticed that. I'll just like get in here and I'll just like move. Like while I'm thinking about other stuff, like how to do other things, I'll just like run around and like shoot at shit and whatever. All right, so let's see, image masks. All right, so it should just work. That's what I'm gonna need, either way. Try that. That work? Nope. Damn it. Valid property value. How about that, asshole? There we go. What the fuck? Oh, it's doing the opposite of what I need it to do. Wait. Wait a minute. I need it to do the opposite of that. That's stupid. I didn't even think about it. Okay, so I need a clip. Not a mask. Oh, deprecated. Nice. Well, what should I use instead? It'd be nice to let me know. I have no idea how to do this. How to cut something out of, like... Let's just search CSS cutout circle, see what we get. Here we go. Yeah, like that. That's what I want. What the fuck? That is such a hack, dude. How did they... I love Stack Overflow, the shit that people come up with. I mean, that makes sense. It's just a really backwards ass way to do that. Yeah, that does not give me what I need at all. This is going to be much more difficult than I thought it was. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going. Here, I'll make it like oversized like this. Here, what size should we go? We should make it something even. So we'll do 350. We'll do 350 by 350 because I know I'm going to be under that. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, now we have gotten somewhere because we have this as a background now. So we can do So now we'll just have a background, so we don't need that anymore. All right. Now we're getting here. Hey, there we go. All right, so that's a start. Not exactly what we want, but that's a start. But we can't see the money overlay anymore, so we'll be able to put that in. And then the map is going to go at the top. I have a plan for that, so check this out. Here's how I do a lot of testing. All right, there we go. So now you see we've got the map name, and I do a lot of testing by just doing like I'll just set it something to green or pink or orange or whatever to get just like a shape on the screen that I know what size it is. Because if I had done that element as black, the same as the background, I wouldn't exactly know how tall it was. Maybe it was too tall, too short, whatever. So that is now available there. So got that working. We have the map name here, so we're going to go with We need to rename this so they're not confusing. We'll go map common names. Boom, there we go. So now it says nuke. Here, we can even... Boom, there we go. Now we got big text, nuke. Get it in all caps. There we go. And obviously, game plan is to make that look good. So what I would like to do with that is I would like to get some background images from the maps. And then, so like for Nuke, for example, it will have kind of a background image to it with the map title and stuff like that. And I may also even be able to put like the round clock up there or something. I'll come up with that. But that segment will be there. So now we need our player money, which went right here. We're also going to need to change the height of this overall element to... Let's do that and see how far above. So we need to go a little bit above that. So we're going to do... This should leave a little bit sticking out of the bottom. Oh, wrong way. Going the wrong direction. All right, so now... money in the bank. Just going to copy all of that, like exactly. We're going to go blue for the money part. Not 2,600. All right, so now we need console, player, state, money. That's pretty damn cool right there. See how quick, like, now that we've got the all of the data stuff and everything like that is set up and ready to go, like, see how quickly we can grab this information and, like, have it readily available. So that's pretty damn cool. So now the main thing, I don't feel like there should be that much space there. So what we're going to do, just to make it a little bit easier for me to see, is slide the whole thing over. Like that. No, the height is exactly right. Weird. Just looks funky. But all right, so there's that to start out. What other data could we use to put up there? Because I know we have access. Let's see. So we have my current equipment value. So we could display whether we are currently on like a full save, a eco round, a force buy, or a full buy round. We could display that based off of our current equipment value. I'll have to come up with these numbers later on, but let's start with, just do this. Wrong thing. If any of you are like super pro Counter-Strike players out there, I'm pulling these numbers out of my ass. I will actually calculate what would be the best numbers for this later. All right, so there we go. So we have our buy states right here. So within this, maybe I do kind of want to listen to I'll put some music on. It'll be all right. All right, so there we go. So we now have, we've got this. This is like our total money. And then this thing is laggy. I'm going to definitely have to figure out some performance type stuff for it here. Which it shouldn't be. That's the whole point of using the worker feature. So we're using 5,000 worth of equipment right now. So basically I'll have to come up with a way to say, let's go with, Do I need to do it that way? We'll figure that part out later. I don't feel like messing with that right now. So I have to kind of rethink the way that I want to display that. Yeah, that'll be kind of cool. So like this for right now. All right, it's enough of a start for now. There we go. All right. So what we'll have here is we'll have the map name. I'll do like a background thing. Like I said, I'll figure out something else for how I want that to look. But then we'll have our current cash value right here. And then this isn't going to display a number of like the value that you have. I'm going to use that number. I'm basically going to use that number to figure out, is it a save round? Is it an eco round? Whatever, whatever it may be. And I'll have that information be there, which will be that'll kind of be a cool little feature to have there. And then also, as you're spectating players after you've died, it'll be a very quick reference to see who on the team is off the economy as you like flip through. So that's going to be pretty helpful too. So now that's going to fill that area out. So now I think we're going to come down here to the bottom left, and this is where it's going to get fun because we're going to have to start working with the SVG icon graphics and stuff like that when we get to like the weapon values and things such as that. So Like I said, this is the worst way to do this, but you can see how quick it is to just like prototype stuff out this way. Okay. And what did we have? Steam ID. This is going to be fun because yeah, I've been playing for an hour. I know. We'll restart.
Grab your gear, let's go.
Carry an op around for now. We're not going to have any nades though. Okay, so now this. Man, I don't want to do all that shit. I just want to have a I do not want a Steam API key. I literally just need to know. All right. Let's do damn, that's a pain in the ass. So you can't just use. There has got to be a URL somewhere that is like. Nope, because it grabs that every time. Damn. Because that's not my Steam ID. That's like way too long. This is just a random. I am. I'm going to have to make it. That's annoying as shit. All right. Well, we're going to bypass that part for now. Or we'll just leave it blank or whatever. All right, so we're going to have avatar, name, and then health. All right. So we've got nameplate and then avatar, name, and health. All right, let's do this. I don't even remember how to do the damn CSS or the less includes. Let's go find out. Oh, it was right there. Huh, dumbass. All right, so we got that squared away. So what do we have? Nameplate, avatar name, health. All right, there we go. So this is basically the space that we're going to have to work with. We could probably, I mean, I can change this as we go as well, but this is going to be the space that we have to work with here. Let's see. All right, so that's going to be where our nameplate goes. All right, so there is our avatar space and our name. These aren't final, obviously, by any means, but and we'll probably be able to set the Dope, what's going on, man? And Keto's here. What's happening? Probably be able to set the color based on the team, whether they're Counter-terrorist or terrorists. We'll have to mess with that later on. All right, we're starting to get there. So we've got the player name now. So now we've got to get health on there. Good grief, though. That's a long-ass time, dude. Ah, and that says undefined. Now, why does that say undefined? That's why. There we go. Dope, has it been that long, dude? So, not only did I get the job, I have been hired. I've done all my paperwork. I've been down to the track and helped them like work on and set up some stuff. And we ordered all the parts for a computer, and I built that computer live on stream on Sunday night. And it's sitting right there that this weekend I'm going to be installing Windows and getting vMix ready and everything like that. So, and the race season starts in March. So you missed a lot. That's awesome that you remembered that, though, bro. So yeah, man, it is all good. I'm so stoked that you remembered it. But yeah, dude, I got the job, met the manager at the racetrack. Awesome dude. He's a really cool guy. So we've been texting back and forth and stuff. And yeah, I've got the computer build over here, ready to rock and roll. And yeah, so this weekend I will be getting Windows on it, vMix installed, you know, getting audio stuff set up and everything, just kind of tweaking and getting everything ready. And then yeah, so middle of March they have their first. Well, they actually have a drift event to start the season on March 4th, so I'm going to be going down to that. I'll take the computer with me. Well, I mean, obviously, it's their computer. I just built it for them, but that is their computer. They paid for it. So I'll be taking the computer at the beginning of the March, kind of setting stuff up, testing a little bit, but that's there's a drift event's going to be there. I'm just going to be hanging out. I'm going to try to get in contact with the guy that is running the drift event, because if I could stream that, because that's not a deal. They do the drift event at the racetrack, but that obviously it's drifting. It has nothing to do with NASCAR, so it's not part of NASCAR's purview over how they handle streaming with the track. I could do a deal personally with the guy that organizes the drift event and Chase, the manager of South Boston. I might be able to stream the drift events, like right here on Alex on your screen, a real life drift event with like overlay graphics and everything, using the streaming setup at the track. So, but I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. Obviously not for this month, but like next year or something. But how crazy would that be, man? Like slide style, but in real life. But we'll have to see about that kind of stuff. But then, yeah, the first race is the last weekend in March, I believe, will be my first actual official stream as the producer there. So it's gonna be fun. So yeah, we'll be doing some testing on my system and everything at the beginning of next month. So 3 weekends from now. And then the week after that, they have their first big open practice for like the actual race car drivers and everything to come out. And but a lot of the track facility stuff is running so that they can test all of that. So the drift event is going to give us the opportunity to make sure all of the cameras are working and everything like that. So that way on test day, we'll actually set the cameras up and film practice. Just it'll be practice for us too. My camera operators and I don't think my commentators are going to be there. They don't need practice. They've been doing it for years. But my camera operators will be there, and we'll make sure that all of the streaming stuff is good. Hopefully by that point, I will have been given my contact at NASCAR so that we can interact, and hopefully I can stream practice to them, and they just not broadcast it, but like just as a test, as, hey, are you guys receiving this? So yeah. But I am beyond fucking stoked about it. It's going to be awesome. Doesn't pay much. Doesn't pay $1 million or anything. It's kind of a small little deal, but it gets me just as much, if not a little bit more, than what I was doing for the catering stuff on weekends. So we're going to be in the same boat as far as money goes. But the opportunity, like, it's so mind-blowing that I'm going to get to do that, get paid to do what I'm doing right now, and it's at a racetrack. Like we always talked about, I grew up at the racetrack, and like short track stock car racing is like in my fucking blood, literally. Like there's a lot of things that I enjoy. Like y'all know I love wrestling like nothing else, and in music and hockey, I played hockey for years. There's so many different things that I've done, but there is nothing in the core of my person like racing. I mean, there's pictures of me as my granddaddy holding me, little baby, still in diapers and shit, watching the NASCAR race. He put an Ernie Irvan hat on my head because I was his driver. Ernie Irvan hat on my head. Or my mom, in the kitchen or something like that, it'd be like old, you'll have them old VHS family videos or whatever, and mom's doing something and she's got a Darrell Waltrip shirt or something. Like that's just, we've always been racing people. And then getting to, go to local short track and stuff like that, and working on cars as a fan and as somebody in the pits, and, just everything involving that. It's just something it's just been in here, man. So it's so crazy that now I get to take streaming, which is what I do now, and go stream races. Like, what? It still hasn't even fully sunk in yet that, like, that's really going to happen. Like, I keep waiting for, like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, it's, like, too good to be true. But, like I said, the paperwork is signed. I have been to the racetrack, hung out with Chase, the manager at the track. Him and his wife basically run everything. They do. They run everything. Super cool. They're my age. So we're just, 20 minutes after I was at the track, we were just chilling. Like, it went from being like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm so excited to, start working with you guys and all. And then it was like, bro, you ain't going to believe this shit. Like, we went to, like, super cool, super quick. Like, they're really good people. And Chase been telling me, man, he's like, bro, I don't want to deal with this shit. He was like, last year was the nightmare with the stream, like, and having to just constantly, he's like, do it. That's why he, like, I said, I could build us a computer, save us a little money. We don't have to spend all this money to get all this shit. I was like, I can build us a computer, have everything set and whatever. And he was like, I don't care. He was like, as long as, like, everything works. He was like, that's why we're hiring you. Just do it. He was like, you are free. You are free to do what you want. I'm like, yo. So it's really, really cool. I'm really excited about it. So. Oh, and not only, there's a little small thing, and I don't know why this is so cool to me, but I'm really excited about it. If you go down to the concession stand, or like the people in the little VIP boxes and stuff like that, or there's like a bar at the track, and if you're hanging out at the bar during the race, they have TVs up that's carrying the live, like, what the stream is. Now, it doesn't, like, go out to the stream and then they're got the stream on the TV. It's literally coming direct from my office, like my spot in the booth. There's a line that goes out to all the TVs in the facility. But it's kind of fucking cool that, like, if somebody goes down to get a drink at the concession stand or whatever, and they want to look up and see what's going on, not only am I doing the stream, I am their source for what's happening on the track. So it's just like, I'm so excited, man. AFK, what's going on, dude? We got way off track. We're talking about the South Boston thing, the racing thing, but we got this Counter-Strike stuff going on over here. So we're going to get back to it here. I need to rename these because these names are wrong. Because, like, this thing that I'm calling info now should be called player, and instead of the whole thing being called player, maybe I should call it, like, so, I don't know what to call it. Gameplay? Game. We'll call it game. That'll be a better. So let's do that. Because I'm big on naming conventions. Like, I'm very, very big on that. Uh-oh, these boys are over here rocking some Grand Theft Auto. All right, let's hope I got all that stuff renamed properly. Probably forgot one thing, but we'll find out. Ah, right here. Did I get it on the first try? Nope, did not get it on the first try. The hell is this thing mad about? Oh, duh. Knew I forgot something in one spot. There we go. All right, what's it mad about now? Shit, I'll believe that when I see it. That they fixed it with the last update. That's why we quit playing it. I uninstalled that shit, Tito.
I love this.
Y'all already knew that.
This is great.
Why this thing is being all weird. But yeah, I uninstalled that bad boy because that shit is scary. It's dangerous. But yeah, I mean we'll see. They say they fixed it with the last update, so we'll see. But and like we talked about on stream a million times, my issue with it is part of the bigger fact that it got that way in the first place. If it was some small indie developer or whatever and the game got really big and they weren't expecting it and then people were cheating and hacking and all these things, that's understandable. This is Rockstar. And this game has been out for like 15 fucking years. The fact that any of that was even remotely possible, I'm kind of over Rockstar. Because they could have they could have stopped everything. They could have said, stop everything, devote all of our resources to stopping this major, massive problem that's going on. But instead of doing that, they just let it go. They just kept milking that fucking money from GTA Online and not caring about it. Like I said, it hard locked my PC. I was lucky it didn't like actually damage my computer. Because it could have been possible. They could have like overloaded like my graphics card or something, fried like my power supply, motherboard, whatever. Like that could have happened. So like the fact that any of that is even possible in that game at all is insane. I think so too, Keto. I think so too, because I'm not getting back on it until they provide concrete proof that all these hack programs and everything like that people run. Because somebody has shown me before that like they had it and they were like, check out all the stuff you can do, and they were like, they didn't use it to harm anybody, just like when we used to do cheats in like Vice City and stuff like that, and spawn a tank and like ride around. You're not like hurting anybody because there was no online, but like they were showing me the cheat stuff that works with online and how like you can fuck with other people and stuff. And I was just like, it's crazy that this exists and like Rockstar is okay with it. So I think, Keto, I think you are exactly right. I think they put little band-aids on it and say, oh, we fixed a thing. So like, please come back and play. Absolutely not. I uninstalled that shit. I'm out. I'm done. Might try GTA 6. Maybe if there's nothing else going on. But I'm completely turned off by the fact that they would allow that to happen. I mean, like I said, it could. People are losing accounts that they've spent thousands of dollars on, which they shouldn't do that anyway, but it's true. But like I said, it could have like fucked up my PC. Like I don't know what, if they could just direct inject code stuff like that, it's just dangerous, man. All right. We're fired back up here. This one part isn't loading though, so we need to see why that is. That's why. All right, now we have officially renamed everything and got my naming conventions back the way I want them to be. Dope, I can't say nothing because, I mean, look at my damn... I can't say shit, bro. I can't talk about that. I mean, even my pistol. So... But then again, Counter-Strike doesn't have all these problems. Counter-Strike has problems. It doesn't have those fucking problems. That's for sure. That's what I'm saying, AFK. I love this thing, man. My favorite. I need to switch because I've been running the A1S. Because Hyper Beast is like my favorite skin, but they nerfed the shit out of the A1S, so I've been thinking about switching back to the M4A4, and that has the same skin as this. So, but it would kind of suck because, yeah, and that's true. I can sell these and get money in my Steam account. Like I could sell all of my CS:GO skins and get like a couple $100 probably. Well, maybe not that much, but at least 100 for all of the skins I have in Counter-Strike. So. Oh, that's good, Fire. That's definitely good. Oh yeah, that's true, Kita. They got it off a case. Which is crazy. All right. Anyway, back to it here. Is it gonna fire that off every time? That's hilarious. All right. I'll comment that part out for now at least. We'll just do those. All right. Marcos with the follow. Yeah, I don't. They broke that with the bot. But from Naoki Hashimoto, the smell of the game from AFK. Yeah, they broke that damn command fire. I don't know. Ugh. All right. So we're back at it here. Yeah, dope. I will be here. We're going to play some, probably around 10 or so. We're going to jump on Kart Rider. They got a big update for that came out. They've got a couple of new tracks. They added a bunch of features and stuff to it, but they also added a feature that is when you're in a private lobby or whatever, they give you a random map feature. So now we can just set the map to random and we can just play. We can just race and have fun with it. And then, we can switch over to like the speed mode maybe and just do random maps. And so it'll be fun. If you don't have that, it's basically like a cross-platform. If you remember Mod Nation Racers, it's like a cross between Mario Kart and Mod Nation Racers. But it's free cross-platform, mobile and PC. They're working on console ports as well. So that is definitely a game we will be streaming. Because it's going to be, everybody will be able to play it, Kart Rider Drift, specifically. The version Kart Rider Drift is the one that's like their new version that's all cross-platform and everything. It's fun as shit. It's a fun little game. It's definitely, there's a lot of features and stuff they're still adding, so it's not quite as fully featured as Mario Kart, but like you can like customize the livery on your kart and like change colors and wheels, kind of like Rocket League, how you could swap out wheels and different shit like that, and so you can do your own little custom kart, and it's fun. And then of course you get like little emotes and stuff for your drivers, so they can they'll be able to do like Fortnite dances and shit, I'm sure, at some point. But it's definitely, like I said, for a fun little Mario Kart clone, dude, it is great for us streaming because we can have I think you can get up to 8 people in one race, so we can have 8 of us racing Mario Kart against each other and shit with our custom karts and everything like that, and it's really fun. So that's definitely going to be a game for us to stream for as long as they don't break it. It's going to be a fun game to stream for us for a long time because that one is it's cool. Why did the song go super quiet all of a sudden? Oh, that was I hit my thing. Oh, all right. Back to the HUD overlay stuff here. Might have to go a little bit bigger on the size here. All right, we're starting to figure it out. Oh, Tech 9. All right, so I'm not going to worry about like padding and stuff like that on the text at the moment. I am going to set the font size though. All right, dope. Hell yeah, man. It'll be fun, bro. I can't wait. And then if you want to add me on there, it's Alex on screen, not on your screen. Alex on screen. On your screen was too long. So Alex on screen. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be kind of cool. All right, so we've got this, we got that working. The hell, like obviously none of this is what it's going to look like in the end. This is just me getting the information on the screen and in the location that it's eventually going to be in. Because like for example, the health bar that you see right here. So like this is going to be like the avatar, the player's avatar. So this will be like my little on your screen thing or whatever. And then my name, obviously this will be centered. It won't be like way up here. I'll, have that fixed. So the name will be right. I'm probably going to change what font I use for this as well. And then like the health is going to be here in the center. Next to it, I'm going to have a little icon for whether I have armor or armor and a helmet. So that will be next to that. But what will happen is this is going to be like colored in. Haven't decided the style or color yet. But the health, like you will see the bar go down. So if I'm at like 80 health, that bar will be right here. And then as it gets down, let's say if I get to like 30 health or lower, I can turn it red as it comes down. So that you'll have a health bar that's this big and it's red underneath all of this. So like stuff like that I'm going to be able to do. So that's going to be really cool. So up next is going to be weapons and ammo, according to my little drawing here. And of course I can move all this around as well. Fire says, when did you start this project? Last night. Well, this morning at like 4 a.m. So I got all the GSI stuff hooked up last night, which gives me all the like the in-game data and everything like that. And then I didn't start on the HUD stuff. I had the base part of the code started, because it's the same base that I use for OCW and slide style and all that. So this is like the same base setup here. But like you can see, like this dashboard element, that's gonna be for when I set up like a full HUD for like actual like observing games. So this little section we're doing right here is gonna be just for like the single player version. So really I'm just operating out of this folder right here. But yeah, basically I've written almost all of the code as far as what you're seeing here, like the actual overlay stuff, since we started streaming. So 2 hours. It's not that much to it. The game does most of the work for me with the object that they give you. It's very useful. All right, let's get these weapons up here. There we go, Stone Cold. All right, so we're going to do primary. Knife. All right, primary, secondary, knife. And then let's see. Player, weapons, weapon 0, 1, 2. I think that's, yeah. AFK already knows what's up with these songs. All right, so this is going to be the fun part. I will shorten it up a little bit. Primary pistol knife is how we're going to do this. Probably should have done that from the beginning. All right, so that's going to give me so I need the name. Uh-oh. Little Kane action over here. go with this. All right, so weapons, primary pistol, knife. All right, we're getting there. All right, there we go. So now, well, you have to do wrong song, otherwise it's still gonna play those songs that you added AFK. So, well, you can't do that now because it'll take away the Randy Orton song. But all right, so oh, that's why, because I'm an idiot. Oh. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be primary weapon is going to be in this square, pistol is going to be in this square, and the knife will be here. Actually, I might do it. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Yeah, like that. That'll be a little better. keep doing that. All right, it's a little bit more balanced. Actually, like that. Okay. So there we go. So now we need to get the these right here. So if you look in here, we see like for example, like this is the code that draws out the AK-47 icon within the game. So this is how that's going to work. Okay. The hell is this? So these aren't named right. No, Fire requested this one, AFK. It's just a remix. Oh, Linkin Park. Um so image weapons. So these aren't named the same. Weapons, weapon 2. So it's name weapon underscore op. So I need to, this is going to suck because I'm going to have to rename all of these. Let's just do the op for now just to test it. All right, so we've renamed it to weapon op. Hey, check that shit out, man. That's pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. All right, well, this is going to take forever, but let's go on and rename these guys. It's annoying because it moves your screen every time you rename. What I could probably just do it through this. See if this will let me do it. Yeah, that's better. All right, let's see what the word is on the knife, though. How do they name knives like that? All right, so weapons, weapon 0. So it's weapon underscore knife underscore. And they're not even named the same. So I'll have to figure that part out later as well. Oh, this is going to be a major pain in the ass here. But it needs to be done. Damn it. Oh, they do have it. So I just need to do all these as well.
Let's go.
I don't understand why they have all of the names right. They just took the word weapon off the beginning of it, even though that's how it's referred to in the game code. This is going to take forever. Almost there. There's a lot of guns in this game. All right. Did we get it all? I think we got it all. All right, cool. Yo, that's fucking cool. Check that out, man. I don't know what's up with that thing, AFK. The bot's been acting weird all day. Fuck. I wonder if I could just set the height of them instead of the width. If that would do better. Yeah, it's a little bit more like standardized, I guess. The only thing is that's going to make the knife huge. Yeah. Damn it. Alright, so there we go. We've got our weapon icons. What do you mean a new Linkin Park song, Fire? Yeah, I know it was Linkin Park, but what do you mean it's a new Linkin Park song? That's kind of not really an available option anymore. I mean, Chester died like 6 years ago. So... Unless he's been hanging out with Tupac and Biggie, all right, so for let's see the weapons primary. Okay, so it's ammo clip is what we're gonna have. Ammo reserve. All right. Yo, check this out. That's so cool. All right, we're starting to get there, man. We're starting to get there. All right, so now above this, we wanted our player stats and then like utility stuff as well, because that'll be a good spot to put it. Oh, so it's an old, it was an old song that they had. Oh, that's really cool. I'll have to go listen to that again later. Because I just thought it sounded like something off of their, like, third album. I can't believe this is actually working. Like, this is the coolest shit, man. AFK, I haven't had a chance to mess with OCW at all, because of the new job situation and everything like that. Getting that computer together and built and everything this past weekend, and then I've been working on. I finally finished my Counter-Strike Observer package thing, which I can show you guys some of that here in a little while. But I finally got that up and released. It's on GitHub now. But all my documentation for it and everything like that. But here's all the code for that bad boy. That's all here, and custom cameras and everything, you name it. But all of this is finally available for everybody to use. I can show y'all how that works. But I've been cranking on that. Finally got that done. So this coming weekend is going to be getting the new work PC set up software-wise. So getting Windows on it, vMix, everything like that, getting that ready to go. And then the Daytona 500 is on Sunday. So I'm going to go hang out with my family and watch that. Hopefully the following week, we'll be able to dive back in and get some of the OCW stuff going. Like I said, I'm going to have to grab that... the game save file from, you know, from online and modify that. We're going to have to redo the entire roster, or most of the roster. We're not going to redo everybody, but people that are around. And yeah, then I've got to figure out how I want to do, like, entrance video stuff, and we'll have to figure that out. But because it would be pretty cool to, like, you know, throw a wrestler in with, you know, another wrestler and just, like, or maybe like a handful of, or maybe do like a gauntlet match and have the game on easy or something, and just have that the main wrestler, just like, if they, you know, get them hitting their moves on other people, get clips of it, and then be able to, like, set that to music or something like that for, like, the entrance videos. I think would be cool. But that would take so long to record that for every person. So not quite certain how we're going to do that, but we'll see. We might just not do entrances at all. Or I don't know. Or I might set everybody's entrance music in the game to nothing, and then maybe I can come up with some kind of way to, like, play. Like, I can trigger their music, like a 30-second clip of whatever their song is from my overlay system, maybe. But yeah, so we'll have to figure all that stuff out. But that's gonna probably be, yeah, probably next week. All right, player match underscore stats. Oh, Micro says hi. Micro, are you still here? Hell yeah. Watching us get our programming on, but hydrating it up. That I can do. This song is the jam right here, AFK. Oh, AF Killer. Micro fire. I'm not doing that right now, bro. I'll give that back to you. I am in the code zone right now. Definitely not doing that. I love you though. Appreciate you. Do it again later. Do it when we're doing when we're playing Kart Rider. Now, I am in code zone right now. All right. So back to what I was doing here. So we're going to need this to be 50, height still 75, width still, yep, we'll do all that. Height, this is going to be so Micro said stretch. We can stretch. Get a little stretch action in. Dope. I have not played Destiny 2. I was always like a Borderlands guy as far as like the PvE, like party PvE type stuff, because I feel isn't that kind of what Destiny is. I don't know much about it honestly, but I've never played it. But yeah, we've actually Charlie's been playing Borderlands over on her stream here this week. She's taking a break from Dead by Daylight, and she's been having some fun with Borderlands. Alright, do I have an icon over here for, like, kills and deaths? Because that would be useful. Doesn't look like it.
If you smell
what the rock is cooking. Yogi, what's going on? Damn, dope. I thought the third one was one of the best ones in the whole series. Hell of a lot better than the second one, that's for sure. Anything's better than the second one. Well, I take that back. The pre-sequel was terrible. They don't have just a regular kill icon. They have all these other icons. Well, I guess because it would use your... It's just the SVG of your gun, so... Let's see, what can I use in the meantime?
bitchin'.
We'll just use the no-scope one for now. Okay, so we got kills, now we need deaths. Yogi's rocking a little bit of DayZ action over there, hell yeah. I'm gonna ask Charlie what the plan is for dinner. All right, so let's see. So, I mean, is there any any image that I could use for deaths? That's good enough for now. All right, so we've got a kills and deaths here. Obviously, like I said, this is not the final visual of what it's supposed to look like. I'm just kind of shaping pieces around as we go, putting the puzzle pieces together. All right, so another thing that we need to do is going to be to change the color of the weapons when it's like actively selected.
I love you, bitch.
Oh my god.
I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
Oh shit. Man, I hope you're not getting sick, Yogi. I hope you just maybe you just need to get some extra sleep or something like that. Catch back up maybe. Don't want you to get sick again. That would not be good. But I've been doing good, man. I'm having a good day. We're getting making some serious headway on our this little overlay situation we got going on here. I'm pretty excited about it. The specific final version of all the graphics and everything is going to have to happen off stream because that's something I'm going to have to really like get in and grind on. But it's pretty cool to like actually have this thing working. Well, and I could even do this and like check this out. Like we can go to the view. And oh, is it not going to work? There we go. So we're in game. We've got the HUD up, so like as I shoot, the bullets should go out of the. There you go. Reload, put the bullets back in. And then, boom, there's our health going down. So yeah, all the data stuff works properly. Maybe we can kill ourselves here. There we go. Oh, it didn't. Why did it not add a death? Why is this thing like crazy erroring out all of a sudden? But yeah. I don't know why this thing is like freaking out all of a sudden. Ha! Haven't heard this song in forever. So why is this all of a sudden like freaking out? Well, this is a weird problem to have. Huh. I need to make this thing ignore the output if the first character isn't a open bracket. Alright, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this right here. Think of where it would be best to put this. that'll do it. Nope. Understand. That. I need to stop these from happening. Because I need to see them. I need them to be there. But I need them to not be part of the output. Can you, like, unbind? Yeah. But it already does that. So is it not getting closed? All right. What the hell, man? But what does this even do? This doesn't even make sense. I don't understand. This is so weird. Stand. All right, let's see what's in here. So we're doing that. So what's the difference in connecting and listening? So maybe that's what it is? Yeah, I actually have no idea what and why this has not been a problem until like now. And then it starts to do that. I don't understand. Well, and that's the other thing, too. It's not supposed to... I might have to modify my PHP config stuff. just have it not print those warnings, because it appears to still be working fine. It's just dropping those warnings out every so often about connecting to a socket that already exists. I just don't really understand. I have no idea. All right, well, it is headed towards 9:30 here, so I think before we play Kart Rider, I think I'm going to jump off and go grab some food and everything like that, and get ready for us to play that. Misha has requested food as well, so we'll guess we'll do that. But I appreciate everybody for hanging out and checking out some programming stuff while we were rocking and rolling here. Got a bunch done. So we it's pretty cool that we were able to get this working the way I had initially envisioned. So I'll be working on this over the next couple days and get a hello puppy dog. Get a visual style kind of to it, and then I believe Friday night I have Counter-Strike on the schedule, so hopefully I can get something going over the next couple of days and maybe have a useful HUD up for that stream Friday. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, so we're gonna play some Kart Rider here in a little while, so definitely come back here in just a little bit, like 10. Hopefully about 10, maybe like 10:15, because I got to go. I don't know if I'm going to go grab some food or whatever the situation's going to be, but I'm going to hook that up. So come back, hang out with us. And yeah, I've been Alex. I've been on your screen. We got getting work done over here, but I appreciate y'all hanging out. So don't go nowhere. We're going to be here just a little while, about a half hour or so. We're going to play some Kart Rider. So come join us. It's free. It's on mobile and PC right now. It's going to be on consoles soon. But Kart Rider Drift, grab it. Come play with us like Mario Kart. It's fun as shit. Come play and hang out, and we'll see y'all in just a little while.